Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin and I'm the author of the new book, Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, available now in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. And if you would like to pick up a copy of my other book, one of my other books, Chakra Healing for Vibrant Energy, Exploring Your 7 Energy Centers with Mindfulness, Yoga, and Ayurveda, and leave a review on Amazon. Once it's posted, email me at michellefondinauthor@gmail.com. I will gift you an Audible copy of Twin Flame Romance. If you're new to my channel, welcome! Thank you for subscribing below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and give the video a thumbs up. If you would like to book a Twin Flame reading with me, I do 30, 60, and 90-minute Twin Flame readings. You can go to my website, fondinwellness.com. Today is Hump Day! Welcome to the Twin Flames Hump Day Quickie reading for today. This is messages from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminines out there. I know that Valentine's Day is right around the corner. I know it's Friday. I know some of you might be feeling lonely and stressed, but my message to you today, Divine Feminines, if you are indeed feeling lonely and stressed, is to plan something for Valentine's Day. You are a co-creator of your own existence. You are a co-creator of your own destiny. And if you haven't checked out my playlist on your power to manifest, that is my motto. That has been my motto for over a decade, well over a decade, probably close to 2 decades by now. Create your life. Create your life. Don't just sit around and wait for your Divine Masculine. Do something fun. Create a fun time with a friend. Do a friend's Valentine's. Do a girlfriend's Valentine's. Do something good for yourself. Do something nice for yourself. Go to the spa, get your nails done, get your hair done, get your makeup done, whatever it is. Buy some lingerie, sit around in your home and plan a nice meal for yourself. Treat yourself really well. It's really easy to get caught up in this self-pity mindset, especially when things aren't going your way when it comes to romance or your Divine Masculine is not coming back as quickly as you thought they might come back. We're just going to get the messages today from Divine Masculine to Divine Feminine. If your Divine Masculine could say anything to you, the sentiment, the feelings, what's going on. Whoa, this one just popped up. I'm going to take it. The sentiment, the feelings, what's going on with the Divine Masculine, the messages to you, the Divine Feminines. If they could say anything, I know many of you in this collective are in total separation with little to no communication. Some of you have some communication, but for many of you, there is still no communication from your Divine Masculine. So what would the Divine Masculine say to you? What would be the sentiments? What would be the feelings? What would be the emotions that they want to portray to you? Because a lot of these Divine Masculines we know are not, I don't want to say they're not emotionally intelligent because that's untrue. That is completely untrue. What I want to say is that many of them are frightened to share their emotions with you. So, dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, Archangels, Angels of God, Divine Masculines, Guardian Angels, for all of them in this collectivity, what are the messages coming through from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine? We are going to pick, we're only picking love cards today, guys. No tarot cards, because I really wanted, for Valentine's Day, Valentine's week, this quickie hump day reading, I wanted it just to be these messages of love, these messages of compassion, these messages of the trueness of this connection, the trueness of the feelings, the trueness of what is going on for the Divine Masculines, for the Divine Feminines, and just so you guys could just have a little bit more levity. If the messages are heavy, the messages are heavy. I'm not telling you that the messages won't be heavy. I don't know. I haven't seen them yet. I'm putting them all face down, so I really don't know. But I feel that the messages need to be received when it comes to this love connection. I feel like that there's just something that Divine Masculines want to say to you this week in Valentine's week. Not to give up hope. Don't give up hope. Don't sit in self-pity. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. If you're a fan of Parks and Rec, which I'm a huge fan. This one flipped up, so I'm going to flip it back down, but I didn't read it. No worries. All right. The first card that came up, it's really funny because this flipped out. This is the honeymoon phase, and I feel that the Divine Masculine wants to tell you that the honeymoon phase is actually coming. This is the rekindling, this is the reigniting of the connection, this is the romantic piece of the connection between the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine that is coming to a renewed or a new honeymoon phase. For some of you out there, Divine Feminines, your Divine Masculine was just a friend and you wanted it to be more because you felt the intense connection, the intense spiritual connection, the intense sexual connection with your twin flame. But perhaps your twin flame did not, it's not that they didn't feel it, but it's that they didn't take part in that aspect of the relationship, that they just kind of held back and kept it mostly friendship, kind of maybe a little flirtation here and there, but mostly friendship. For others of you where there was a romantic connection, there was like, it was hot and heavy, and that means this is coming back. The honeymoon phase is actually coming back, and I really like that. This is such a beautiful card. Now, again, I know that many of you are in total separation, so this is not possible, but let's explore ways in which this can come to fruition. And I love this. It says, and I'm going to post it up here because this card, the artwork on this is so beautiful. The fonts are hard to read, and so it says, spend some quality time together. Spend some quality time together. And I'm going to read the message. It says, it is important that we spend quality time with those we are in significant relationships with, listening and talking to each other. Again, I know many of you are in separation. This is a message from the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine. I believe that this is a call to connect in the 5D with your Divine Masculine, Divine Feminines. Connect in the 5D, write them love letters, daydream. I'm getting chills, so that's really what the angels are trying to tell you. Write them love letters, daydream about them and you together in your new life together. Daydream about that. Daydream about getting married, living a life together, whatever it is that you want to see come to fruition with you and your Divine Masculine, Divine Feminines. Spend that time connecting with them in the spiritual realm. They want to connect with you. Now, for some of the Divine Masculines, I'd say about 50 to 60% of the Divine Masculines that are out there, I'm just channeling messages, you guys. I'm not pulling these numbers out of a hat. The angels are just indicating to me that it's about 50 to 60% of the Divine Masculines that are in total separation with you. That it's because it's not that they don't want to connect with you. It's because they are still learning their lessons. They're still really trying to integrate all of the lessons that they are trying to heal from. And it's, like I said, it's not that they don't want to connect with you. It's that they're protecting themselves in order to heal appropriately. But they still want to connect with you. They still want that 5D connection, that quality time in the 5D through channeling messages, telepathic communications, sharing dreams, sharing daydreams. And when I say writing a letter to them, a love letter, it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to give that to them, just depending on what your situation looks like. If you have been asked to stay in total separation, or they are in another relationship, or you're in another relationship, I would say write that letter and keep it. Keep it to give to them at a later date. I really feel that their message to you this week is to release. And it's not release the partnership. It's not release the relationship. It's not that. It's to release the need to know. Release the need to control. Release the need to have the outcome according to exactly what you think it is. What they're trying to tell you is that, let me surprise you, Divine Feminines. Let me surprise you. Let me come to you in my own time. Let me come to you the way I want. Stop trying to control everything. Just accept that things are the way they are right now. I'm going to come to you when the time is right. And I need you just to release this notion of how things must be, because there are way more possibilities than what you think. And they also said this is true love. And your Divine Masculines are assuring you, and what a beautiful Valentine's message, right? they're assuring you that it is true love, that this is true love. And don't doubt that true love coming from your divine masculines to you. I think we got this card last week too. I bury myself in my work to forget you. I know we got that card. I don't know if we got it for the general weekly reading or if we got it for the Quickie Hump Day reading, but we did get this last week. I bury myself and this is part of their learning process. It's not, again, the message keeps coming through. It's so strong. The message is so strong. It's not that they don't want to connect with you, Divine Feminine. It's not that. It's not that they don't want to. It's that for 50 to 60% of them, they are still learning their divine lessons, the lessons they need to learn. And they know this on some level. They know this and they know they're working on their lessons. They know they're working on their stuff. And they want to come forward to you and they're planning on coming forward to you. But in the interim, when they know there's like crap they need to work through, they're burying themselves in their work so they can just not think about you so much. And here's the mirroring, guys. Remember last week we talked about mirroring? It's happening again this week. It happened in the weekly reading too. And it's happening again now. And it says, I know I was a distraction from your pain. I know I was a distraction from your pain. What the message is for the Divine Masculine to the Divine Feminine this week about that is saying, please, if there are things you still need to work through, Divine Feminines, please work through them. Don't just stay distracted. And I believe that's part of the release card. Don't just stay distracted with this connection. Don't just stay focused on the outcome, like fixated. Of course you want to focus on your desired outcome, but don't stay fixated on the desired outcome. Meaning worrying about the time, the place, the date, the season, whatever it is. Try not to stay fixated on that, the Divine Masculine is saying. If there are painful things that you need to work through, it's now or never. Like you need to work through it because they are working through it. And if you stay distracted from your pain by looking at this connection and saying to your Divine Masculine, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? When are you going to communicate with me? When are you going to come back? And that means you're not focusing on your own pain. You're not focusing on your own stuff that you might need to work through. They're saying that some of you are still in other relationships, like long-term, serious relationships. I'm not talking about casual dating because that can be a distraction, but also that can be just like fun stuff, companionship. You need friendship, companionship. You need to focus on being social and not isolating yourself from other people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about those Divine Feminines who are in marriages and committed long-term relationships, live-in boyfriend, girlfriends, whatever it is. Don't use, this is a message from Divine Masculines, remember, don't use them as a distraction for not releasing those other relationships that are not serving you anymore. Do not use them as a distraction. They're working through their pain. They're working through their sorrow. They want to connect with you. They know this is true love. They're looking forward to the honeymoon phase together. They're looking forward to that renewed connection with you, that renewed honeymoon phase with you. But don't ignore them in the 5D. They don't want to be ignored in the 5D. They want to connect with you in the 5D. But they're also saying, release the need to control this whole darn thing, Divine Feminines. They're saying that. They're like, please stop trying to control this. Let me surprise you. Let me come to you when I'm ready. I'm still working through some of my stuff. I'm planning on this new honeymoon phase with you. I know this is true love, but I know too that there's some of that pain that you need to work through too, Divine Feminine. And so that is the message for Valentine's. I think it's a really beautiful message because it's real. I like that. I like the fact that the Divine Masculine, I feel the bravery of them is rising and rising and rising. Like their courage, their bravery is rising. At this point, they're not afraid to tell you like it is. Even in the 5D, like they're not afraid to tell you like it is. Before we really saw the Divine Masculines like almost like cowering in fear, and they've really stepped up. They stepped up into their courage, and they're almost like, I know what I have to do. Do you know what you have to do? Kind of thing. And I really like that. It's a really beautiful message. I hope this helped, guys. Have a beautiful and wonderful Valentine's Day. Whatever you decide to do, buy yourself something nice. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to this channel below. Click on that bell for notifications. Give the video a thumbs up. Thank you so much for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you for supporting this YouTube channel. You can buy a book or 2 or 3. You can also pledge your support on Patreon. We do a private party podcast every single month. www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin. And I will see you in the next video.